there, it's me again, Elaine Lasta, your social work librarian. In this video, we're going to do a demonstration and walkthrough of PsycINFO. Now, you may be asking, what is PsycINFO? Content from PsycINFO comes from the APA, the American Psychological Association, so it is considered authoritative. The content ranges from psychology to social problems to some public health stuff, social science, mostly psychology, but not entirely so. And it's peer-reviewed journal articles, like all bibliographic databases, but there are some book chapters and some videos and some other stuff in here that come up if you don't limit to peer-reviewed articles. And it is really the best source for evidence-based research for clinical practice. We use it quite extensively because there are some sophisticated searching tricks we can do in PsycINFO. So let's get into PsycINFO and do some searching. Okay, so here we are in PsycINFO. It should say PsycINFO up here, but for some reason it does not. We're going to use a tool in PsycINFO called a database thesaurus. The database thesaurus is not like your regular thesaurus of the English language, Roget's thesaurus or whatever. It is a collection of subject headings. So this is specific terms to cover concepts, and that is very helpful when you're trying to do broad lay of the land kind of searching, or when you need a really precise topic. Both strategies are enabled through using the thesaurus. Subject headings are more precise than keywords, and they can be very helpful because they encompass anything that is covered by that concept, whether or not they use the actual subject heading terminology or not. We'll see how that works here in a minute. So my topic again is human trafficking and trauma response and adolescence, right? Those are my three concepts. So we're going to click in the first box here. We're going to click on thesaurus. So you see here, APA Thesaurus of Psychological Index Terms, and it was updated this summer, which is great. I have an old term in there from previous searching. We're going to put in human trafficking. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to click find. And so bingo, we have one term, human trafficking. So we're going to check the box for that. That selects the term, and we're going to click on this double blue box to see if there are any related terms to human trafficking. And so we have here human rights, kidnapping, sex work, and victimization. I think those are all too broad to use in this search. So I'm just going to use the one term selected here, and I'm going to click add to search. Okay, so now our next concept is the trauma concept, and you'll see this is a little bit more complicated. So we have the and here. We want to leave that there, and we're going to click in the box. See how it lit up? We want to click on the box again, otherwise it pastes over the first box by default. So make sure you click on that box, click thesaurus, and we're going to take out human trafficking, and we're going to write trauma in there. And this time we get a whole bunch of stuff. You can see here there's a lot. So let's look through these. Maybe complex trauma, emotional trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder, stress and trauma related disorders. Let's do general trauma. See these two, they don't have little check boxes. That's because they are not subject headings. If you click on them, they're going to search in a different way. I don't recommend it. These are, in this case, these two are outdated terms. So just let those be and focus on the ones with the little boxes. So we're going to do trauma reaction, continue on here. Let's do trauma treatment, trauma-informed care, maybe trauma screening, traumatic experiences. I just learned about this one, traumatic neurosis. So that's a lot. That's 12 terms. But a lot of these subject headings have little blue boxes next to them. So let's click on post-traumatic stress disorder and look at this. They've got a bunch of other related terms. You can see here, don't write PTSD, use the thesaurus term, and it'll cover anything that says PTSD and not post-traumatic stress disorder. And shell shock, which I don't think anybody uses anymore, but it's there. We're going to do acute stress disorder. We're going to do, I think we selected some of these, but I'll select them again just in case. Emotional trauma, post-traumatic stress. Prolonged grief disorder is a trauma reaction. Let's do stress reaction, trauma. I know we did some of these here. I'll just check them. Not virtual reality exposure therapy. That's not really what we're doing in this search. We want to keep it broad. So now we have 15 terms. That's a lot. It's good. So there, aren't you glad you didn't have to type all of that, right? So, and we check peer reviewed. And we still have one more concept, right? The demographic, the adolescent demographic concept, the population that we're studying. And so here's a trick. As you scroll down, you see there's a lot of ways we can limit in PsycINFO, and one of them here is age group. So we can limit to adolescents here, and then we don't have to type it all into a second row as a keyword concept block, and we don't have to look it up in the thesaurus. So that's kind of cool. Click search, and we have some stuff with complex trauma treatment for survivors of human trafficking, and this one has the find it button. So let's see what this one does with the find it button. Does it give us the article, or what does it make us do? It gives us an available online link, and that's good. And we have it in EBSCOhost or Taylor and Francis. Now I'm going to tell you right now, you can see here EBSCOhost, our coverage stopped in 2018, but in Taylor and Francis we have it, all of it. We have the whole run of the journal. So let's click on Taylor and Francis. And here is the article, and over here in the green is the view PDF. And so there is the journal article. Okay, so that was the Taylor and Francis journal. You saw how that worked when we clicked through the library search to the journal. In this case, let's look at the Journal of Interpersonal Violence. Let's look at what that one does. We click the Find It button. And in this case, it goes right to the article. Here's that PDF EPUB from Sage. Sage is a publisher. We're going to accept that. We're going to cancel that. That's stuff that's on my computer for some reason. We switch it to PDF. And there we have it. You'll also see there are PDFs available in the journal, in the database. So there's some there. We can download those this way. Oh. And then here it is. So that's an overview of PsycINFO. And if you have any questions or you want to level up, there's a lot more we can do with this database. So if you want to limit to evidence-based methodologies or modify your search, things like that, please do make an appointment with me, and I'm always on the message board to answer questions. On to the next one.